quantity, rate, apart from the other basic types. So there are two categories of the data type that we have in TDL. There is a simple data type and compound data type. Simple data type holds only one type of data. These data types cannot be further divided into subtypes. For example, string, number, date, and logical. These are four basic data types of every programming language. Compound data type is the combination of more than one data type. These data types that form a compound data type can have sub data types. The data types that we have are amount, quantity, rate, rate of exchange, rate of forex, aggregate, etc. So this is some simple table that we have of data types. For data types, we have number, string. This is a simple list. So string, date. In date, the subtypes that we can have is of the short date, it's the long date, universal date. Well, but it will return you a date. That's it. And we have logical. In compound, we have amount, which can return base or direct base, or could be forex, could be rate of exchange, could be a debit credit amount. In quantity, you can return number, primary units, secondary units. In rate, you can return price or the unit of symbol. We have rate of exchange. Then we have a data type called time, which can be a 12-hour, 24-hour with seconds, without seconds, prefix, AM, PM. Then we have date and time, which can return time or only date. Then we have duration, which can be returned in seconds, hours, days, weeks, months, years, year, month, date, hour, minute, days. So we do have that. And then we have the due date, which can be returned in days, weeks, months, and years. Please refer to the data types reference manual for details on each of these data types. Then we have the operators. Again, operators are special symbols or keywords that perform specific operations on one, two, or three operands and then return a result. So there are three categories. We have arithmetic, logical, and comparison. Arithmetic operators are supported in TDL is the plus sign, minus sign, division sign, and the multiplication. So that's plus, minus, asterisk, and slash. Logical operators we have is or, and, not, true, on, off, false, no. So these are all logical operators. And comparison operators is for comparing operands and returning a resultant value as true or false. So TDL supports the comparison operators like equals, text or the equal to sign, greater than sign, less than sign, in, null, between. So all comparison operators of your grammars and your mathematics can be used. There are also string operators like contains, containing, begin, beginning with, ending, like. So all these are some operators. Very important about the naming conventions for the definition names that we have in Tally is 1. All these are case insensitive. So whether you write a capital T or whether you write a small t does not matter to Tally. So it is identified as same. Space insensitive, whether you write T-A-L-L-Y or you write T space A space L-L-Y is absolutely same for Tally. While writing the definition names, special characters are not allowed. You cannot write T @ LLY. We do not allow that. Duplication name of the same type is allowed. Of the same type is not allowed. That means I can have a form by name demo. I can also have a part by name demo. So two different definition types may have the same name. Cannot begin with number. We can write demo 1, but we cannot write 1 demo. The number 1, numerical 1 cannot be written in the beginning of the definition name. Keywords cannot be used. There are certain keywords like the display, the action that we spoke about, or blank. So these are certain keywords that we have entirely which you cannot use. Now moving forward to special symbols. In the previous lesson, we have discussed about the various TDL components, right? Like the definitions, attributes, functions, symbols and prefixes, variables, etc. Right? In TDL, there are symbols which have used for specific purposes. And that's the reason why it's a part of the TDL naming conventions that do not use special symbols. Some special symbols are used as access specifiers and mainly are used for accessing the value of a method or a variable, field, formula, and some are for the general purposes like for giving a comment or for adding or subtracting. So we have two categories: access specifiers and general symbols. Access specifiers usage of single at, it is a local formula. It's a specifier that refers that there is a local formula which has been specified at the interface definition, and the scope of the local formula is only within the current definition. A local formula is usually defined if the formula is specific to that particular definition and it is not used by any and not required by any other definition. Accessing local formula using at symbol. So at access specifier symbol is used to refer a formula defined within the same interface definition. The scope of the local formula is only within the current definition. A local formula is usually defined if the formula specified is not to be used, it is not for the utility of the other definitions. The value of a local formula can be accessed by using the symbol prefix simple at. So as you can see in this example, set as @at HW local formula HW hello world. So this output would be hello world. Then you can do this, try it out. You can just write a simple code and you can write a local formula and just try to show the output of the local formula. Then we have the global formula, that is using the double at. A global formula is the one which is defined at the system level and is available across all the definitions. So it can be accessed by any definition, and hence it has to be defined under a system definition. The value of the global formula can be accessed by using a symbol prefix double at. Hence, when you need to write a global formula, it has to be written under the definition type system : formula CMP mail name, and this becomes your formula. So wherever you call this formula, it will come as its output. Then again you can just write your code on this. It's a sample that you can write out.